Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2022 Men's Basketball Online Media Day for the Lone Star Conference. I'm Lucas Kinsey. Thanks for being with us today. I'm being joined by West Texas A&M men's head coach Tom Brown and also senior guard for the Buffaloes, Julius Brown. Guys, thanks for being here today. And I also want to say congratulations. The Buffaloes, Tom, were picked first in the preseason poll, and also Julius Brown, preseason player of the year. And so your thoughts first on being picked first in the polls?
Well, that's very nice. It's nice to be preseason, and we'd like to get rid of that pre, right?
That's right.
And be the season number one. But there's so many good teams in this conference. It's a really great honor. I think we do have some really good pieces coming back, and Julius and Larry and Zach, and I think we've added some really nice players too that we'll probably be talking about here in a minute.
Yeah.
But I think any one of those three guys could have been sitting right here with Julius, and I think Julius would agree with that as well. I think we've got a really good, balanced team, but Julius is a very special player, so it's a nice honor, very nice honor for him as well.
Julius, talking about that and being named preseason player of the year, last year you came in and made an immediate impact for this program, 16 points a game, one of the leaders defensively as well. So what do you think attributed to your instant impact last year coming into WT?
Honestly, I would say coach's confidence in me and his belief. I think that helps any player play at their highest potential, is when their coach is backing them up with everything they do and trusting in them on the court. And so my coach's confidence.
Yeah. Tom, I'll ask you about Julius. He's such a fun player for Buff Nation to watch. He's so explosive, but he's one of those rare players that he's just as good on the defensive end as what he does on the offensive end. He plays so hard. What makes him such a special player, and did you know he was going to be so good so quickly last year?
Yeah, Julius played for Lincoln Memorial. We played them a couple times before he went into the transfer portal with Coach Schertz leaving, and we didn't know if we could get him or not. I know he had some Division I offers and things like that, but we knew he was a great defensive player. I mean, he held Quay Grant to, I think, 30 points in that semifinal game. No, but he is the 2 years that we saw him. When we talk about it, we talk about every team and what they can do, and boy, I really like that player. I really don't like that player, but even playing over at Missouri Western, I would really like to have Julius Brown play for us.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a guy that can really shoot it, plays great defense, can handle the ball. I mean, he's a no-brainer, is what we say, and his game has developed. He's really kind of grown. I think even this year too, I think you're going to see his assists go up even more, because I think we have some more weapons out there. But anytime he has the ball in his hands, I think good things are going to happen. So we're very, very fortunate to get him. He has been a great guy for our program. Even if he wasn't the player that he is on the court, he's just a great person to be around as well. So
awesome.
Very, very lucky to have him on our squad.
You mentioned some of the players that you're going to get back this year. 8 players return, and in the transfer portal era, that's really impressive when you think about that, Coach.
Yeah.
You got guys like Zach Toussaint, who's back, Larry Wise is back, Cameron Bell, veteran guard, for the Buffs. So talk about this team coming back. I mean, what can we expect to see different this year from the Buffaloes?
Yeah, you're exactly right, Lucas. I mean, we've got 8 guys that are coming back that I think any one of those 8 guys could step on the court and play for us right away, and then we've got the 6 new guys coming in, and even our 3 freshmen are playing really well for us.
Yeah.
They might need a little bit more size, they might need a little more experience, but they're playing and they're competing every day in practice, and I think those guys are they're very good players. I think give them some time and they could be really outstanding players. But even guys from like Parker, Jonas, you mentioned Cameron and others, those guys, what they mean to us is we don't have to repeat things 3-4 times. Those guys pick it up like that, and it really helps out the other players. And we have some really good players. I mean, Damian is picking things up very quickly.
Transfer from Southwestern.
Transfer from Southwestern. He could be sitting right here, I think, in this chair. He is a special player. Ryland Holt, I think, could be sitting in this chair. Ryland Holt is a player. He's someone that's going to be very, very good for us. And so I think our depth is a little bit greater than even it was last year, and I thought our depth was really good last year. But right now, and I think all coaches too at the beginning of the year, hey, our depth is really great.
Yeah.
But if these guys keep competing like they do, I think we have a very good chance to be one of the top teams in our conference.
Yeah. Julius, you have a lot of playoff experience, tournament experience, I should say, in playing both at your previous school, Lincoln Memorial, and now at WT. A chance for you this season as a senior to try to get back to the Elite Eight in Evansville, Indiana, for what would be a third time for you. Talk about, from your perspective this year as a player, your leadership role and what this team can do.
I just want to be a little bit more vocal and I always try to lead by example first and foremost, but just being vocal, trying to give the young guys pointers and even the older guys, just trying to help everyone out on the floor and just be that leader that I feel like we need to try to hold people accountable and just be that vocal leader that every team needs.
All right. You talked about earlier the coaching staff being something that was special for you last year. Arguably one of the best coaching staffs in the country, in my opinion. For WT, Quincy Henderson moves on. He gets his first head coaching job at St. Cloud State, and we're hoping that he does a great job. But Coach Brown brings in a former four-time All-American, David Chavlovic, a guy that Buff Nation knows very well. Talk about what it's been like for you to learn from Coach Chavlovic.
Oh, it's been awesome. Coach Chav, his energy is just always the highest in the room. Every time he walks into the gym, he's greeting every player on the floor, just making sure, how was your day? And I just think that's very important for mental health issues and just stuff like that, Not every coach is doing that, making sure his players are okay, and him being able to come in and do that, I think is pretty awesome.
Is he working on flair in practice, Coach Brown? I mean, that was one of his things he was known for.
His flair?
Yeah. A little extra personality, right?
He's got a big personality. He's learning a lot very quickly, and he's actually teaching us a little bit as well. And it's someone that was just involved in the game as a player. It's tough making that adjustment from player to coach, even if you're an average player. But David was an exceptional player, obviously, and it's something that he's learning a lot. You got to fine-tune things, and the video. We had a little presentation. His video it was maybe a little bit subpar, and he knows it. And so the great thing about David, he can laugh about it.
Yeah.
And it's not going to eat him up, and he's going to do better next time. He's a competitor. That's why he was the player he was.
Sure.
I mean, the all-time leading scorer in the Lone Star Conference. And there's been some pretty good players in the Lone Star Conference, but he's the all-time leading scorer. And
now he's getting to help these guys.
He's getting to help these guys. He can't help them on the court because he can't play anymore. He can't move like he used to, but he can help.
Yeah.
And it's something that little things that he can help them on and off the court.
Right.
And so David's been a big piece right now moving forward. We really miss Quincy Henderson.
Yep.
I mean, he was really, really good, but it happens. And to have Quincy here for 8 years with Coach Gove and myself, was great. But if we lose Quincy, now we got Coach Chav, and so it's been a big piece to our program.
Yeah. Last question for you, Tom.
Sure.
You guys will start the season with a familiar foe. We're going to have perennial power Northwest Missouri State. This fly is killing me. We're going to take on Northwest Missouri State, though, in the SCB Hall of Fame Classic on November 5th. First game at home here at the FUB will be on November 14th, so it's almost hoops time.
Right.
You always have a tough schedule.
Right.
Talk about your schedule this season, what you're excited about, and where this team can go.
Yeah, it's a really tough schedule, and we had to get into that tournament. And I don't mind playing Northwest. I don't mind playing the host school, Florida Southern. I don't mind having the bad schedule. I don't mind the no shoot-arounds. Everything is kind of against us, and you kind of build that up, and you kind of get a little excited sometimes. I try to remain calm, but, it's some of that stuff kind of gets to you a little bit. But we had to do that because we got froze out of the Lone Star RMAC Conference Challenge.
Okay.
And so we lost 2 games. Everybody else will be playing the next weekend. We won't get to play. Tyler won't get to play. And so those are big games that we didn't get. But it's also on the flip side, Lucas, it's big games going down to Florida and playing 2 really good teams down there. And if we can get 2 wins, that's great. If we can get a split, that's good. We go 0-2, hopefully then maybe we can learn from it. But it's really good to go play against the best competition. And again, we're not able to play a conference challenge. We're working on that for next year and the following year. But it's just one of those things that we kind of got bumped out and we can't get back in. And I think it's a little bit of Chavlovic's fault because we've gotten too good and nobody wants to play. But we're not going to blame that on David. But we do. We have a tough schedule. We go out to Las Vegas. We play Dominican out there from New York. We play University of Missouri St. Louis. We played them our first year when we went down to Florida.
Okay.
And we beat them down there. That was a great trip. We went to the Everglades. Tez Dumars with his life jacket on when the water's only like 2 feet deep, but it was a lot of fun, a lot of great
How are
memories.
you going to top that this year, right?
Yeah, I don't know if we can. We got to find some water somewhere and see who's scared. But we have a lot of fun going through the journey of the season, and so it's gonna. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Our guys are working extremely hard. I know every coach probably says that, but our guys are actually doing it. And it's been great so far. Now, you know, it's a long season and there's ups and downs, so you just got to stay level-headed the whole way.
All right, well, we can't wait to see you guys out on the court. Thanks for joining me today, and congratulations on the accolades, preseason player of the year, and also the Buffs picked first in the conference. All right, so that'll do it for today. Thanks again, and good luck this season. The Buffs are going to start play on Saturday, November 5th against Northwest Missouri State, Small College Basketball Hall of Fame Classic in Lakewood, Florida. I'm Lucas Kinsey for the Lone Star Conference. Thank you for watching the 2022 LSC Men's Basketball Online Media Day.